Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Clemson. My name is Liz Branstead, and I am your worship associate today. As we begin the academic year online, we continue our worship services online. We are so glad you are here. Please go to our website, www.uufc.org, for information about our Sunday services, our children's and adults education classes, our service projects, and a place to donate financially. I also want to draw your attention to the weekly connection, and that has every week a listing of the things that are most important in the service and in the church, and I want to draw your attention to a few of those items now. The opening line says, "You are not alone." If you have an immediate concern and are in need of pastoral care, please reach out to Reverend Christina at minister@uufc.org. And that's an important email address. We have changed some of our emails and how we connect with people at UUFC. So again, you connect through minister@uufc.org. Or you may also call the UUFC office at 864-654-5959, our same number that we've always had, and our administrator is checking daily. There are several events that are listed, and these are weekly events, if you will. So Zoom Bingo at 6:30, and on the 23rd, there is chat time after the service, and there is a link to that chat time. In one Sunday on August 30th, we will celebrate the in-gathering service and water ceremony together. We'll do this in a new way this year due to the COVID virus. Will you email the minister the phrases that you share and then create a video of her pouring water into a collective bowl as she reads each of your comments? This will give her a chance to get to know you a little bit better and to allow her to know more of what's important to you and to your life. There is also an opportunity to join the virtual Sunday service team. As you know, for the past 5 months, my goodness, the past 5 months we have been online, and there's been a really worthy team that has been working behind the scenes to create the Zoom meetings and to record the music and to put everything together. Now is an opportunity for you, if you would like to be part of that Zoom team in any part of it, to maybe learn some new technologies, some new techniques, improve your Zoom abilities, improve your music capabilities, sing a song, those kinds of things that will help make our Sunday morning services even better. So that's the Sunday service virtual team. Again, contact the minister at uufc.org. Rhonda Powell is asking, mask up? Do you sew? Are you crafty? And so she is looking to make or to receive disposable masks for our children and for the adults. 2 other messages. Starting this week, the Adult Faith Exploration online class, a mouthful, but again, the Adult Faith Exploration class, Journaling as a Spiritual Practice, begins on August 24th. That's this coming Monday for 6 Mondays from 3 until 5, again, by Zoom. Holly Ulbrich will be leading this. Look at the weekly connections for more information about this. This is a class that is repeated primarily due to popular demand. There is another Adult Faith Exploration online class, Building Your Own Theology, Part 1. And this is 5 Tuesdays beginning October 13th and going, as I say, for 5 Tuesdays. It will be led by Reverend Christina Branum-Martin and Holly Ulbrich. This is a class that I took probably 2 years ago, and it's one of the best classes that I've ever taken. There's also, enrollment now is open for the new online covenant groups. And if you have not been part of a group, this is your time to connect and become part of a group. Or if you have been part of one and you would like to make a shift, the fall is the best time to make a shift to a new group or to help form a new group. You can contact Karen Hebel at dlff@uufc.org or simply call the office. And by all means, let's keep caring for our community. Over many years, every quarter, we have selected a benevolence to fund financially. This month, this quarter, it is Family Promise. We have worked with them before, certainly a worthwhile organization to help families who are in major need. You'll see also in the weekly connection many ways to stay connected. This is the time to think about ways that you want to stay connected. The old days was by horseback and by letters. We've all discovered that's much too slow. So now, like it or not, we are here with Zoom meetings. And I look forward to seeing you more in person. And now for the opening reading. We come today looking and longing for a blessing. In our loneliness, may we find the blessing of a connection. In our doubt, may we feel the reassurance of a love that will not let us go. In the dullness of our senses, may we awaken to the longings lodged deep in our hearts. In our fear, may the blessing of courage return. May we be reminded to look up and around one more time. May this sacred time help us notice the blessings waiting for us to notice their grace.
Hello, I'm Reverend Christina Branum-Martin, the Interim Minister of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Clemson, and I am honored to be with you today in worship and in community. We gather today to count our blessings in these strange times. And in this spirit, I light this chalice as we join with more than 1,000 other congregations of Unitarian Universalists doing the same in worship this morning. Grab your chalice from home if you have one, a candle in a bowl, anything that lights, even a battery candle, whatever you have. Join me. Let us join in our words of affirmation. We gather together in a spirit of love, with justice as our guide. This is our chosen covenant to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth with freedom, and to care for one another. I also light these 2 candles. The first is for our collective joys. Today we celebrate our personal moments of peace that carry us through this time And as this year begins in our fellowship, we are reaching out to get to know one another, to reconnect, and to imagine what's next. I am so pleased to be a part of this as your new interim minister. And the second candle is for our collective concerns. It represents our worries for each other, our concerns about health and well-being, our hopes for our community and our country and our world. And this candle shines brightly for those in our own fellowship who are healing finally from COVID-19. But there are others with health matters and chronic pain and worrisome conditions, and we hold all of you in our hearts. Also, there are those among us who are carrying grief. One of the longtime friends of the fellowship grieves the loss of her spouse this week. This candle shines brightly for all those who feel the weight of concern about their family, their jobs, and their future. This is an uncertain time. The lighting of these candles is our weekly ritual. The lighting of candles of joys and concerns binds us together, and it carries us each week as a fellowship. And now for the backpack blessing, something we do in the beginning of each year with Karen Hebel.
Hi there. Wow, it's been quite a while since we were able to be together in the sanctuary of our fellowship, hasn't it? And I know that we were all hoping that we would be able to be back there by this time, especially because this time of year is a time of new beginnings for so many of us. For some, school has already started, and for others, it will start again this coming week. For you, that might mean face-to-face learning and returning to your school building, or it might mean online or remote learning. You might be eager to start your new school year, get a new classroom, or maybe even move to a completely new school. Some of you may be homeschooled, and that's a new beginning too. It just looks a little different. A new year still means new subjects, new levels of expectations for us, and new challenges. Some of us also have to return to work at this time of year, but many of us have not had the privilege of being able to stay home during this time. Some of us are excited about these new beginnings, and some of us are also a little bit nervous about what's coming up. Some of us are a little sad, or maybe even a little mad that we still can't see our friends the way we'd really like to. Maybe some of us are even a little bit scared, and we're trying to be brave, although that's not always easy. For some of us, school or work might be a place that we just really don't want to be right now. We may be really tired of Zoom meetings, or frustrated with Wi-Fi connections that don't always work the way we need them to. Last year, when we did our backpack blessing at the start of our new school year, we were all together in the sanctuary, and people brought up their backpacks and their bags to the front so that everybody could see. Unfortunately, we can't do that this year because things are a little bit different than they were then. But you know what? I'll bet each one of us still has something special that we take with us to work or school each day, whether we leave our houses or not. And that something special has all the things in it that we need to help us get through our days. I'd like you to think for a minute about what sort of things you carry all of your special stuff in. Is it a backpack? Maybe it's a briefcase. Or a sports bag. Or maybe you keep all of your important and special stuff on your cell phone. If you want to, you can take a moment to go and get your special bag or device if it's close by. Or you can just hold a picture of it in your head. I have my bag with my stuff in it right here. I carry my laptop in it and my tablet. It has pens, highlighters, sticky notes, and lots of paper. These days, it also has a mask in it as well. My bag is kind of like my friend. It sticks by me no matter where I go. It has the tools in it that help me to do my work and to learn new things. But in a way, my bag also carries something else very special. A little bit of home. A little bit of the feeling of the people around me who love me, respect me, and encourage me. Those are the same sorts of feelings that we get from our UUFC community. So today, we would like all of you to have a little zipper pull to put on your special backpack, briefcase, bag, lunchbox, whatever. Since things are a little different this year, I can't give them to you the way I did last year. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave them outside the building with your name on it so that you can come by and pick it up. Just like we did with the flowers in July and our art project this month. If you can't come by and pick yours up, we'll be happy to mail it to you. You can find more information about how to get your little zipper pull in the Weekly Connection email or in the Children's and Youth Religious Exploration weekly emails. So, in the coming months, even if we can't be together again, when you pack your special bag each day, we hope this small tag will help to remind you of all the blessings that all of us in our fellowship hold in our hearts for you each and every day.
Thank you, Karen. I offer these blessings. Spirit of life, be with everyone who is nervous about what lies ahead. May their masks be comfortable and may their Wi-Fi connections be strong and steady. May each person's backpack, bag, and laptop or phone be their friend, reminding them that they are unique and special and very okay. May their bags or devices hold special things to help them remember how strong they are and to remind them of the people who believe in them and will love them always. Spirit of life, be with these people, young and old. Help them remember their values and let their lives be guided by the principles of our shared faith. May this new year be for each one filled with fun adventures and special joys, and may love be with them this day and every day. May they always know that here in this fellowship, they can find the hands of friends. Blessed be.
What if? A reading by Jamie Ragsdale. What if, instead of being behind, this group of kids is advanced because of this? Hear me out. What if they have more empathy? They enjoy family connection. They can be more creative and entertain themselves. They love to read. They love to express themselves in writing. What if they enjoy the simple things like their own backyard and sitting near a window in the quiet? What if they notice the birds and the dates as the different flowers emerge and the calming renewal of a gentle rain shower? What if this generation is the one to learn to cook, to organize their space, do their laundry, and keep a well-run home? What if they learn to stretch a dollar and to live with less? What if they learn to plan shopping trips and meals at home? What if they learn the difference between want and need? What if they learn the value of eating together as a family and finding the good to share in the small delights of the everyday? What if they are the ones to place a great value on our teachers and educational professionals, librarians, public servants, and the previously invisible essential support workers like truck drivers, grocers, cashiers, custodians, logisticians, and healthcare workers and their supporting staff, just to name a few of the millions taking care of us right now while we are sheltered in place. What if among these children, a great leader emerges who had the benefit of a slower pace and a simpler life? What if he or she is to truly learn what really matters in this life? What if they are ahead?
As a child, I remember watching the movie Pollyanna. In it, there was a young and innocent girl named Pollyanna, and she played the glad game. It was a game that declared that in any situation, there was always something about it you could be glad about. As trite as this may sound, it has been a good practice for me to follow over the years, because I'm one to worry and get anxious about things. My husband may call me a pessimist. I call myself a realist. So for me, remembering to step back and to see things from another perspective is helpful. I find myself these days trying to step back and play the glad game with difficulty, though. Because these days, I am sad, I am scared, and I am angry. I admit that I am sad as your minister, that I cannot greet you face to face in coffee hour each week so that I can get to know you. It's what I always expected. I am sad that my 7-year-old can't start school and go to 2nd grade with her classmates, with a bow in her hair and her new lunchbox only half a block from our home. I'm sad that my 20-year-old is back at home doing college all online this semester, rather than out making new friends in classes and having fun. I'm scared. I'm scared about the possibility of getting sick myself. I'm scared about the possible global recession. I'm scared about how long this time of social distancing will need to last. And I'm angry. I'm angry that we will probably never go back to what was considered normal. We will have to create a new normal, and I don't know what that is. I am angry at the political leadership that is absent in this time when leadership could really make a difference in social behavior. And I am angry that there has not been an acknowledgement of the loss in our country, in our world. For these emotions, I turn to meditation and prayer. Even as a humanist, I embrace the emotional significance of meditation and prayer, it offers me a chance to sit, just to sit with my emotions and thoughts, and to fully embrace them and unpack them. Prayer can be thought of as a way to bring our consciousness to highest hopes for ourselves and for others and for our planet. And meditation is a way of creating a moment of clear space to refresh our spirit and to invite in peace even when things are difficult. Will you join me at this time in meditation and prayer? I invite you to relax more comfortably in your chairs, wherever you are at home. Close your eyes if you wish. Take a deep breath. And join me in the calming and restorative quiet of this moment. In prayer, we lift up the emotions of sadness, fear, and anger. Collectively, we lift up the memories of 173,139 people we've lost in this country to this disease. And we lift up the memories of more than 784,000 people that we have lost to COVID-19 in the world. As we share in this moment, we acknowledge that if we were to have a second of silence for each life lost, we would sit together for more than 3.5 hours. In prayer, we seek solace in being together in community as we share our deep emotions and our deepest hopes for our future. And may the fact that we know that we have each other to lean on bring us peace and solace in this time. May this community help ground us in hope and possibility. I sit here in prayer and hope these things. Amen and blessed be. I have such gratitude that I can be with you at this time in worship and community and with such honesty. I wondered if what I was sharing today would be too revealing. Wow, there's a lot of thunder. I've been having a hard time counting my blessings these days, but I decided to let you see into my heart. I imagine many of you may be feeling the same. I'm reminded of one of our responsive readings in the hymnal. It's number 658, and it's called To Risk. To laugh is to risk appearing the fool, and to weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out for another is to risk exposing our true self. And to place our ideas, our dreams before the crowd is to risk loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return, and to hope is to risk despair. And to try is to risk failure, and to live is to risk dying. We're not alone on this path. We have each other in this community. May we be blessed by the comfort of risking together to be honest about what we need in these strange times. I know that I need to be reminded by stepping back and playing the glad game. I need to reflect on how my daughters are learning important life skills through this experience, like in the What If reading. I need your company as I take a deep breath and let myself dream of how we as a fellowship can learn new ways of being together more honestly, more deeply, more compassionately at this time. Perhaps we can encourage each other to play the glad game when we have feelings of being weighed down these days. We can help each other focus on what is life-giving at this time. Next Sunday, on August 30th, we will celebrate the annual in-gathering service and water ceremony together, and we will have to do this in a new way this year, astride the pandemic. And I have a vision for how we all can participate. Will you email me? Some of you have already. Introduce yourself and share what is life-giving to you at this moment. You can reach me at the minister@uufc.org email address. I'm collecting words and the words and phrases you share, and I'm creating a video of me pouring water into a collective bowl as I read them. And this will give me a chance to begin to get to know you, your story, and what is keeping you going at this time. Together, we will create a new ritual for this year with creativity, compassion, and love, and I look forward to hearing from you. Let me close with an amazing letter that I read recently. A therapist closed her office due to the coronavirus, and this is what she shared with her patients in an email. The author chooses to remain anonymous, but gives permission for these words to be shared. And it begins. Hello, sweet one. I see how much you care about the world, about your communities, about all of us surviving plagues and capitalism and a world on fire. That clench in your throat, that knot in your gut, that tightness in your breath, this is how our bodies try to hold the world's anguish. We write the wrongness into our bodies, a beautiful and devastating lament. And just because our bodies can hold all the tragedy, the panic and the tension that is holding right now, that doesn't mean that we have to go on holding it all forever. The loving grandmother in you knows this to be true. Set it down somewhere nearby so you can pick it up again when you need to, but just for a moment, relinquish your illusions of control and allow yourself to see the many-headed truth monster. It might not all be okay. It might end in flames and death and horror, and no matter what you do, take a moment to acknowledge how awful and sad that truth is, and how not even the worst possible scenario would take away from your inherent worthiness. And simultaneously, it is true that human beings have always fought for one another, cared for one another fiercely, and carried the world's anguish in our bodies. And there are no small truths like that we cannot control the future, no matter how much we could. And don't worry, when the truths contradict one another, real truths often do. No matter what. Whether it turns out okay in the end or not, you carry the divine within you. You are enough. Not because of the things you do, but because of who you are fundamentally, intrinsically, always, and without exception. Take a breath or two to allow yourself to know this. And when we pick up the anxiety again, let us aim for flexibility, movement, space for breath to get in and out of your rib cage, and gentleness for the things we can't do, and integrity, giving us strength and resolve to turn our sometimes excruciatingly caring into solidarity, mutual aid, and direct action. We are each one person, breathing this one breath with common divinity. We can do this together. So ends the reading. peace, blessed be, and amen. We close with a beautiful hymn, the Irish Blessing, sung by Susan Chandler.
Eastern breezes bless you, lift your spirits, make them fly. May the southern sun shine on you, warm your heart and help you try. May the western waters cleanse you, washing over all you feel. Northern earth be yours to stand in, ground you so you know what's real. Over all be strength and beauty, food and friends and music fine. Work you love and pleasant duty, love to make your spirit shine. All of these I wish upon you, multiply them 3 times 3. Draw a circle all around you, and forever blessed be.
May your week bring you opportunities to count your blessings. And now we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry into our hearts until we are together again. And our joys and our sorrows.